Andrew, cash equals freedom. Philosophically, let's get philosophical for a moment. It's the Culture Wars segment. Cash has always equaled freedom. The absence of cash gives you slavery, it gives you serfdom, it gives you debt, it gives you being indebted to an organization or an outfit or whatever. Cash in the pocket of the working man and woman has always symbolized freedom. That is the kind of paper, if you like, version of democracy. And we get rid of it at our peril, because once organizations or governments or banks, and they're all doing it now, say, oh, cash, who needs cash? That's a thing of the past. We don't need that anymore. What they are saying, Andrew, is we don't need freedom anymore. It's a thing of the past. Who needs freedom? Who needs individual choice? Who needs the ability to go out, feed yourself, put a roof over your own head, live as you want, live completely free of government intervention, of bureaucratic intervention, of debt, all these things? Cash gives you that ability. It's no surprise that the World Economic Forum want to get rid of cash, that governments want to get rid of cash, that bureaucracies want to get rid of cash. Sorry, Andrew.
Well, I'd say, Rowan, where I'd go with you on this, I mean, I've actually seen people with cash in their pockets at a racetrack, and at the end of the day, it's not there anymore. So, you know, I'm not quite sure about that side of it. But
not very
I will
free
say
then.
this: China, right? They run that social credit scheme. You know, if you say the wrong thing, if you're not loyal enough, if you're whatever, social transgressions, bad driver, they will limit your ability to pay for things like train tickets or airplane tickets and whatever, right? And if you've got cash, it is easier to subvert that kind of system, because hard cash will get you anonymity.
Absolutely.
Now, I know that's a thing for the criminals, but, you know, in an increasingly oppressive society, think of the pandemic rules, I don't know.
Yes. Well, freedom comes at a price, and the price is, yes, cash might be laundered or criminals, etc. It encourages the racetrack behavior or whatever else. Freedom always comes at a cost. But the reality is, I wish it were only China that is imposing social credit system. But we've already seen the Canadian government, if you give these organizations the power, if we have a cashless society, then those financial transactions belong to someone else. They're not cash. So it's either a government or a bureaucracy or a bank or an internet company, or someone else has your power to transact in a free and open market. Now, they abuse that power. That's the trouble. I never thought I would say this 5 years ago, but governments will, in the West, democratic governments will abuse that power. We've seen it in Britain, the way they've taken away it. Banks will take away the power of people like Nigel Farage, Toby Young, Lawrence Fox, others have had their bank accounts removed by banks. Governments in Canada removed the bank accounts of those who protested COVID restrictions. Governments and banks, who you've always thought were the pillar of our democracies, they have already, it only took a few years to show they will abuse that power if you give them that power. So we give up cash.
Rowan,
at our
you make
peril,
a good point.